How's it going?
Today was a phenomenal day.
Oh, give me some good news. Give me some good news.
I got 3 contracts today.
What? 3 Okay, you just want to see me dance, huh? You just want to see me dance. Dang.
I got 3 contracts today. I'm so excited.
3 contracts?
Yes.
Wow. What happened to the deal on Saturday? Did you sell that one?
Yes. Not yet. I didn't sell it, but I got a contract. The deposit is in. $5,000 non-refundable deposit is in. And we're just waiting to close now.
Oh,
I think we're going to close on February 5th. February 5th, we're closing that.
Nice.
And then I had a lady. I had called, actually the guy, first I'll tell you about him, the guy that I was talking to, and I got him the information about the secure doors. I got him the pricing and all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. He called me this morning. I called him yesterday just to see how like things are going with the doors, and he didn't answer me. So he called me this morning to say, or last night to say that he was going to be showing the property. And I was like, okay, well, he said he was going to have another buyer there. And I was like, oh no, I didn't want to go with like another buyer. So I actually had another appointment already set. And so I asked him, like, can I come, I'll come after that. Like you said, so I was like, talk to those guys. I'll be there right after. Me and him were talking about a different property, and he called me last night about a different property. So I went there, total gut. I offered him a price, and then the other guys that came to see the property, they didn't know about the other house that I had already talked to him about. So I was like, hey, look, those people, I was like, did they give you an offer? He's like, no, they said they had to go back to their office and run some numbers. I was like, well, I already ran numbers. I already know what I'm looking for. I want to buy both properties from you. So here's the deal. This is what I'm offering. And I brought my checkbook. This was just like a method. I don't even know why I did this, but I just brought my checkbook with me, just like, I was like, I have my checkbook here. I didn't even write anything in my checkbook. I just bought it. I was like, I have my checkbook here. I can write, it was like $150. So I was like, I can go straight from here to the title company to put the deposit in. So we signed everything. The deposit's only $10. But so I got both of his properties, and then another lady, I had called her about her property a while back, and she wasn't selling hers, but I asked her, do you have any other properties? So she was helping a friend of hers sell her house. So I got that contract today as well.
Oh my gosh! So you got 3 new contracts today.
Yes.
You got 1 signed with the earnest deposit. That is going to bring you how much profit?
That's going to be $13,000.
$13,000 on that deal. Awesome.
Yeah. Yes.
And
13 on that deal. And these 3 combined I'm expecting about $37,000. So 10 on one deal. I know.
Wait, so 37,000 and 13. I can do math, so that's what?
50?
That's $50K.
Yeah!
Wow. So let me ask you a question.
So excited.
So here's the question I have for you, and this is something that I think is a good question to ask for a lot of people. So
yes,
there's a lot of people in the same boat where they're struggling, they're marketing. They're trying to do it. Maybe they're not doing as much marketing as they can or stuff like that.
Yeah.
What would you say to somebody that's getting ready to throw in the towel? It's just not working out. What piece of advice can you give someone?
That you're saying like they're about to give up, you're saying?
Yeah, like, whether they're getting ready to give up or they just haven't got into this yet. What advice would you give? I'm thinking about the person that's tried some yellow letters, that's tried knocking a few doors, has put out a few bandit signs. Yeah. Maybe it's not tons of effort. Maybe they put some effort out, but they're like, it's not working.
Yeah.
How do you go from that to making $50,000?
Yeah. I feel like the consistency was one thing, because once I was kind of like, like I said, I got like a deal, and then I would get that deal and then like stop making my calls or like not make my follow-ups like I was before. And then, then that money would dwindle away. And then now I'm back like trying to hustle instead of just maintaining throughout, so that I have like a pipeline. Cause now I have an actual pipeline. Like, this is crazy. Like, I have people that I know in a couple of weeks they're going to come back to me, or, I just have like, I never had a pipeline before. It was just always like starting almost fresh every single time. So I think that was one thing. I think another thing was choosing a marketing strategy that you feel comfortable with. Because, I could have did the, for me personally, like just on a financial front, there were certain things that like, I didn't feel comfortable with, because like, I was like, I knew I couldn't keep on doing it. Like my Google AdWords, like that was just something that, it was great when it was working, it was great. And then when it wasn't working, it wasn't great. So just my cold calling, obviously that's free. I mean, I have to get my list and stuff, but choosing a marketing strategy that I'm comfortable with, not in the sense of comfortable, like, getting, of course you have to get out of your comfort zone, like making calls and stuff, but like on a financial front, I think just, basically choosing a marketing strategy that you're going to be able to continue doing like over time. Yeah. Because even in my meetup, I was talking about marketing, and this one guy, he was saying he wanted to do direct mail. And, we had went over like the statistics, and when I showed him like how many, for he wanted to do like 3 deals a month. So in order to do that, I showed him how much direct mail he's going to have to send on like a monthly basis. And, that was just, once he like saw that, he was like, oh no. So like, yeah, maybe you can do one drop, but doing something that you can actually maintain, I think is pretty important. Another thing I think is choosing 1 or 2 things and becoming like an expert, I guess, in that, versus like trying to kind of like spread out too far. Because now, ever since I just said, I'm just doing cold call, like that's it. Like for now, I want to just be like the cold calling master. And then I'll start adding things once like I get my money coming in. It's allowed me to just like put all my energy into it. So therefore I'm getting like the results back.
Right.
And then really, again, that altruism, like, ever since you introduced that word to me, like it's been at my top of the mind. And I've been just trying to
for those
that
if someone's watched this down the road and they don't know what the word altruism is, how would you explain it?
I would explain that I would say that is basically putting other people's interests at the forefront, like, and seeing how you can provide value, more value to other people than necessarily that you might get back in, return on an economic on an economic front. So just really doing whatever you can do to help people, like, you know what I mean? And being sincere about it, being sincere. Like, I find myself, like, before we had that initial discussion, I was trying to build rapport, but it was like, it wasn't sincere. I was doing it so that I could get the contract. You know what I mean? Now I'm just sitting there talking to these people. I just had a lady on the phone last week just start busting out, crying on the phone to me, talking about how her husband like left her. And unfortunately, she owed much more than the property was worth, and a whole bunch of stuff, and her husband, all of this stuff. So it wasn't something that I could help her with, unfortunately. She just was thankful that I just sat on the phone for like an hour and just like let her just, get everything that she needed. It seemed like she'd been holding on to a lot of that for a while. So I think just that was really important.
It's focusing on 1 or 2 things
Yep.
being consistent on your marketing
Yep.
and altruism or looking out for the welfare of others.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
but now you also are open for the reciprocity, because by doing all that, now you're getting rewarded with about $50,000 in wholesale deals.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah,
amazing. That is
we got
amazing.
another
But I
lady
love
that's
I love what you're saying is you got the pipeline and there's some kids. It's not just this one time pop though. It's like there's
yeah,
more coming though. There's going to be more coming.
exactly. That's the thing. I never had that before, and I think the thing too, like I used to get so either excited, or just I used to just get so emotional about one deal. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if I got a contract, I would be so excited. Like you get so excited but like now I'm more. It's not that I'm not excited. I'm very excited, very happy. But it's not like if that thing didn't go through, it's not like so devastating because I'm continuing. You know, I have things in the pipeline. So okay, maybe that didn't go through or whatever the case is. You know, I'm just not stopping. Even if I get a contract, if I close, it doesn't matter. Tomorrow I have to do my 3 hours of calls, like consistent. Doesn't matter. So yeah.
That's awesome. Here's the thing is really you deserve the success. I'm super excited.
Thank you.
This I've been praying for this.
Thank you.
And not only that, but I know that this is a catapult. I know that this is like a magnifying glass. You're focusing in on these things, and it's going to exponentially help you grow.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It's hard for us sometimes. We got to be prepared for it. Sometimes we don't allow ourselves to have success in our own mindset, you know?
Right. And then like doing my 90-day letter, like reading that every day, that's been great. Like just great. Everything's just flowing and happening.
I'm excited. I'm super excited.
Thank you.
So
Definitely want to just thank you so much for all your help. Like just, your insights and, everything. Like mostly that 90 days. Like, even though, I love that you gave me all the information about the wholesaling and, how to do the deals. But like that 90-day letter and that altruism, like, I feel like those two things above all else really, really change things. Cause it's not just like, I'm utilizing that in more than just the business. That's just like an overarching thing that I'm implementing in my life. And I feel like it's going to just change everything. You know what I mean? So I really, really thank you for that. I think that was really important.
It's amazing because, I've heard it said before, this isn't my words, but the most important real estate we'll ever flip is the 6 inches between our ears.
Yeah. You watch these podcasts, you hear people talk about like your mindset. Everybody talks about your mindset. And then, sometimes it's just like, you don't know until you know. So it's like, you have to kind of experience it to really appreciate it. And like, now I have like a testimony, like, like this, yes, the mindset is definitely something that's important and can, drastically change.
Here's one more question for you. Maybe someone has the time, they have the budget, they don't really, maybe they haven't done a lot of deals or very few deals. How does a coach or a mentor help get you to success?
I think honestly, being able to speak with someone that is where you want to go. Because a lot of times we're in like circles or maybe you don't really have a circle that, people, they're not, they're just not that it's bad, but they just don't have the tools to show you anything different that can propel you, that can, help you progress in any way, really. So I think just having someone that is where you want to be is just invaluable, really, because, you know, they can provide you insights that you may have never come across otherwise.
Yeah.
So I honestly think it's invaluable, like to be able to have a coach, like.
So
100%.
now that you've had some of this help in this guys, I mean, you're getting to a level of success faster than others may have in the same time frame, even though it was very hard going at first, right? People think it's all.
Yes.
It's not. It's not always. We don't always see the fruits and the results of our work right away.
Yeah.
It takes time on some of this.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely had some down days. Like, I know you could tell, like, some of my calls, my energy wasn't as high, you know. So it was just like, and honestly, I know it when you hear these testimonies, sometimes they just sound like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, they just, you know, they don't sound real, or you know, I feel like everybody has the same, like, a similar story. But honestly, you know, Sean and I were like down to like our last couple pennies, like, you know, but I was like, we're gonna just keep going. Like, you know, we just have faith. And I felt like that letter, because sometimes you get boggled in like worrisome, you know, so that letter just gives you the opportunity to like think about and really put focus on like the things that you want versus being so, you know, consumed with worry or whatever. So just reading that letter like once a day, I only read it once a day, you know, really, really impacted me. Like just that little moment of like me reading that. And I also write my affirmations and stuff, but like, you know, just putting yourself in a positive space. And, you know, I just think that was very, very helpful as well. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah, basically like you hear these testimonies where everybody's like, I was on my last dollar and, you know, I was thinking about other people's, you know, how to help other people. And it just came and you're like, really, you know? And I'm like, yeah, really.
But now, one of the things that we talked about that you were going to reward yourself. I mean, you're going to have 50 grand coming in. What was one of the things you're rewarding yourself with after this?
So actually, Sean and I are supposed to be in Belize right now. Our trip was planned. We were supposed to leave yesterday. We booked our air flights and everything, but we ended up postponing because, like I said, things were starting to like dwindle down. And not only because of that, but also because we realized that business-wise, things were starting to pick up. So we didn't want to shut off the momentum. And I was supposed to be in Belize today, but instead I'm here today and I got 3 contracts. So like, there we go.
So 3 deals versus Belize. But you're going to go, You're going to go in a couple months, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
So we were able to get the mileage or whatever the case is, like pushed back. So we're gonna definitely be going soon. Just want to get, you know, a couple things closed.
The water's going to be warmer anyway. It's fine.
I know. I'm so excited. So yeah. But we are going to Sean's birthday is this weekend, so we are going to be spending a great weekend. And what are one of the things that we say? What did you say you were gonna? What did we say we're gonna reward ourselves with? I think what Sean said, he went to reward himself. You said you wanted to pay for your bachelor party.
Oh yeah, you gotta pay for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're not like, we call each other husband and wife, but we actually getting married in August.
All right. Cool. Congrats.
Yeah. So
awesome.
we're planning our bachelorette and bachelor, you know, trips or whatever.
Tell him the best man's supposed to help out with that.
I know. I told him he needs to send that information. So yeah. So that's what we intend on doing. And then I wanted to also get my mom a gift card to like some airline or whatever.
Yeah.
So she can take a trip somewhere.
I love it.
I'm not going to get crazy. I'm going to put that money back into the business. Is really
I like how you're not stopping either. It's not just, a couple of deals, I'm done. No, you got the pipeline built. You're going to keep pumping up that pipeline, and this is going to keep bringing deal after deal after deal to you.
Yes. Yes. I'm so excited. So yep, that's pretty much what's going on.
Well, awesome.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so excited, and we're gonna just keep plugging away, making our calls, and we decided to when we get these our first deal, we're going to have a because we have one guy right now that's driving for dollars. So we're going to get another 2 people just to like drive around the next 2 cities over. I think that would be the best use of our money for now.
Nice. That's great.